Smackdown with action figures.
What's up, guys? The phenomenal AJ Styles, and you're watching Bretto Live.
What is going on, guys? Bretto Live back with another video. Today we are talking about the February 23rd, 2024 episode of Smackdown, the go-home show to the Elimination Chamber, which is happening within hours here, and I'm going to be covering that show as well here on this YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested, feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for that video as well. We're going to be fully covering the Elimination Chamber. Before we get there, we're going to talk about Smackdown like I promised in the Raw review that I filmed on my channel recently. Check that out as well. But without further ado, let's tell you exactly what happened on Smackdown, and if it was good, if it was bad, if it was cringe, if it was good, we're going to talk about it. Let's go. We opened up the show with Tiffany Stratton. Yes, I do realize that is Summer Rae. I just use Summer Rae as my Tiffany Stratton and my Maxine Dupree. I feel like she works for both. Tiffany Stratton went one-on-one with Liv Morgan. We did have Bianca Belair. I would normally say on commentary, but they didn't give Bianca a headset. I don't really know why. I feel like she should have been given a headset to be on commentary with Corey and Wade Barrett. But anyways, the match was pretty solid and well drawn out between Liv Morgan and Tiffany Stratton. In the end, Bianca Belair got involved a little bit by jumping up on the apron, and she ate a little spear from Liv Morgan. Tiffany Stratton was able to take advantage, roll up Liv Morgan to pick up the victory, gaining a little momentum going into the Elimination Chamber. And Tiffany Stratton definitely not going to win because, of course, she's getting the last laugh here. Could it be Liv since she got the L? No, I still think it's Becky Lynch. This was still a solid way to open up the show, though. They had a solid, 20 minutes of wrestling in the ring for the opening match. I think that's pretty solid, bro. I enjoyed it. Cedric Alexander and Ashante the Adonis. Bro, they were chilling at Ashante's house. They were trying on different clothes. I guess Ashante wanted to drip up my boy Cedric Alexander. I've always loved Cedric Alexander, bro. And now that I would assume he's going to be tagging with Ashante the Adonis, and I'm freaking hyped, bro. That sounds like a goated, high-flying tag team that I can't wait to see in the ring, bro. I'm really excited for this, and I feel like they'd really be a really solid dynamic duo. I'm so glad they didn't let go of Ashante the Adonis, bro. The Tribal Chief was backstage at this pre-recorded episode of SmackDown, and he wanted to speak with Grayson Waller. He said, "Wise man, go get Grayson Waller. I need to ask him something." Grayson Waller enters the Bloodline locker room as Jimmy Uso's telling Roman Reigns all about screwing over Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw, which I thought was bull freaking crap. Oh my God. Grayson Waller enters the room and Roman says, "What I have to tell you is only between us." And then the camera cuts away. I'm like, come on. We needed to hear that. First, I'm like, wait, why does Roman Reigns want to hear from Grayson Waller? But then I'm like, wait a minute. He has an episode of the Grayson Waller Effect coming up at the Elimination Chamber with special guests, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, the guys that are freaking feuding with the Bloodline. So he probably said some bullcrap to Grayson Waller like, I don't know, tick him off or distract him here, and this is when we're going to attack. I don't know what Roman said to Grayson Waller, and nor does anybody else besides the Bloodline. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen on the Grayson Waller Effect now. And I wasn't even excited for that promo, but now I am. Like, this is getting good, bro. I'm excited to see what Grayson's going to do with Cody and Seth. Braun Breaker had his debut match here on SmackDown. It was an enhancement match. He faced Dante Chen, a local competitor in the area, I would assume, and it was an enhancement match, so you already know my boy took the dub. Massive spear to pick up the 1-2-3. Bro is such a hype man. I'm so freaking excited to see what Braun Breaker's going to do on SmackDown. Ooh. I love that too, and the crowd was even getting behind that. I was like, that is so cool. And dude, Braun Breaker, he could be in contention with Roman Reigns. Like, this dude is that hype, that intense, and I love his spear. His spear is so impactful, bro. Legado de Fantasma strikes again. They attack the LWO backstage as Elektra Lopez was distracting Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. Here comes Humberto and Angel. They attack them. They beat them down. Send a little message to the LWO. Continuing the Legato versus LWO little rivalry. Not too bad. Kind of similar to what we've been seeing, though. JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio look to soften up Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne going into their match at the Elimination Chamber for the tag titles up against Damian Priest and Finn Balor, but it didn't work out very well because Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne were able to pick up the victory anyways. After the match, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, they wanted a little piece of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, but it didn't even work out too well. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne were able to escape the ring and get another cheap shot in on Dominic and JD. I'm like, bro, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne with the momentum going into Elimination Chamber. It's still not going to work out, though, because we all know Finn Balor and Damian Priest are retaining. Come on, let's be real. We all know what's going down. This was still a pretty solid tag team match, and bro, JD McDonough could sell. Holy cow, he is good. I love JD. I know not a lot of people do, but he is such a good seller, and like, wow. I don't like Dominic Mysterio, but JD, woo, that dude is amazing. Dakota Kai supposedly got attacked backstage by the Kabuki Warriors and Damage Control. Did she really, though? Is this a put on, or is this a plan to maybe get closer with Bayley, and once she's close enough, turn on freaking Bayley? Bayley came to comfort Dakota after the supposed attack in the medical room, but man, it just didn't seem real. I feel like Dakota's pulling Bayley's leg, and I don't know. I did trust Dakota a week ago, but I don't know if I trust Dakota anymore, because we didn't see any footage of this attack, and we normally always do. She was just randomly said, oh yeah, my leg hurts. I'm like, what? So yeah, this is sus. This is super sus, but I do like it. I love this story. Authors of Pain, AOP went up against the Street Profits. We had Bobby Lashley, B-Fab, and of course the rest of the Final Testament on ringside. It all broke down between the Final Testament and Bobby Lashley and B-Fab. B-Fab went after freaking Scarlett. It was breaking down. It distracted the Street Profits, allowed for the AOP to take advantage, hit their little double team maneuver, 1, 2, 3, AOP in the Final Testament, reigns supreme again. Never see it happening where literally Street Profits pin AOP. I feel like AOP are absolutely untouchable and unpinnable. Literally, I don't know, I just get that vibe every time they're out there. I'm like, these guys are unbeatable. I swear, they're that big and that freaking massive that I just don't think they could be beaten. Tag team action, literally. It was our main event of the show where LA Knight went one-on-one with Drew McIntyre, DM Hunk. Bro, I want them to make a DM Hunk shirt. If they do, I will literally buy it the night of. Love the DM Hunk thing. I think that is so cool. I love this version of Drew McIntyre. Once again, he went one-on-one with LA Knight. We had Logan Paul and Kevin Owens on commentary together, and that, you already know, broke down. Kevin Owens randomly attacks Drew McIntyre on the apron, leading to a disqualification. And then here comes Bobby Lashley, who's also part of the Elimination Chamber. It's still breaking down between Logan and Kevin. Everybody starts attacking each other, and then the last man standing is Drew McIntyre after he hits a Claymore on Bobby Lashley. And then here comes Randy Orton out of nowhere, who hits an RKO on Drew McIntyre. I'm like, wait, where's Randy? Where's Randy? There's one more person that's in this match. Who is it? Randy, bro. Where is he? RKO out of nowhere to Drew McIntyre. I was like, oh my God, let's go. So he takes out Drew. Randy Orton reigns supreme, does his little shtick on the top rope. And I was like, let's freaking go, man. This chamber match is going to be lit. I'm going to be covering it within a few hours here on this channel, so stay tuned. And yeah, this was a solid way to end the show. Getting me excited for Perth, getting me excited for the chamber, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. But it was kind of unfortunate that this ended in a disqualification. But I guess I'm kind of happy with it because I didn't want Drew or LA Knight to get pinned. Literally. That was SmackDown in a setup style, the matches, the results, everything that went down. I enjoyed this episode of SmackDown. I thought it moved fast. I thought it was solid. Even for being a pre-recorded show, I do think this was solid. This episode of SmackDown was filmed after SmackDown last week, and I still pleasantly enjoyed this show, bro. It was well put together. My favorite moment in this entire show has to be this right here. Roman Reigns asking for Grayson Waller in his locker room. That had me thinking literally all night on what is going to happen at the Grayson Waller effect at the Elimination Chamber. This was my favorite part of the show, and if I had to rank the show out of 5 in a whole, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Once again, solid show. Let me know your thoughts on the show down in the comment section down below. Stay tuned for the Elimination Chamber review dropping in a few hours right after the show. See you guys next time. Bretto Live is out.